Holiday everybody. It's nearly September, so I'm nearly ready to start Christmas card classes. So I'm just going to show you this morning some of the designer series papers from the new mini autumn winter catalogue, and there's a couple also from the online exclusive, so I'll explain which ones those are when I show them. So this shows you the designer series papers here, paper and packaging. It's on page 64 of the catalogue. So there's there's 5 12 by 12 papers, 2 6 by 6 mix and match ephemera packs, which I'll show you the joyful images, and the gold dipped mix and match cards and envelopes, and the Reindeer Days Memories and More card pack has been unavailable at the moment for demonstrators to pre-order. So let's get stuck in. So the first one I'm going to show you is Nests of Winter 12 by 12. So you've got these lovely birds that you can cut out, fussy cut, and then the other side of that is this one, lovely snowflakes. And this could be used at any time of year, and then you've got this one that could be used at any time of year as well, like a bark designer series paper. This one could be cut across and into 6 sections for 6 different cards, and then that's the back of that one. I think that's grey granite. And you've got this lovely one with the birds flying around the trees, and the back of that looks like cow parsley. I'm sure there's a better name for it than that, but that could be used any time of year. And this one, the dies from the set will cut out the single bird and the double bird as well, which is really good. And the back of that is a lovely pool party pattern. And then this is the last one, a smaller version of this. And again, you can cut out the individual birds, and you've got a lovely garden green with white stripe on the back. So that is Winter Meadow. The next one I'm going to show you is called Regal Winter, which looks much better in person than it does in the catalogue, which is often the case. So this is the first one, gorgeous flowers, and then that's the back of that one. I'll just bring these here, and then you've got the same flowers as these, but with more purple in. Can you see that one's got more red? That one's got the dark purple. Blackberry Bliss, I think, is the shade probably. And the back of that one is a lovely blue, note of navy, bit of blueberry bushel in there as well. That's the back. That's the back of that one. This one is a lovely night of navy shade with a little bit of Blackberry Bliss, and the back of that is Blackberry Bliss. So you could actually have those two together. In fact, these do go very well together. So this one is again mainly reds, and the back of that one is wild wheat. Checked pattern, I'll just show you that properly. And then you've got wild wheat flowers on this one, and the back is probably shaded spruce. And this one is mainly Blackberry Bliss, and the back of that is Pretty Peacock. So those are the Regal Winter papers, and now we're going to come on to Reindeer Days, which is also 12 by 12. So I'll just bring this one on. There we go. So you've got Fun Reindeer, which you can make lots of cards with if you wanted to, and the back of that is very bright presents. And you've got the reindeer, which matches the dies with the candy canes and the Christmas trees and some birds, and the back of that is a really lovely holly pattern. You could use this as wrapping paper actually. Then you've got the Christmas lights, and then you've got the reindeer in a curvy pattern, which is really nice. And then you've got the deer, various different types of deer. I think you can cut out this one with the dies. And then you've got very bright checked pattern on the back. Deer in a forest, and the back of that goes really nicely with it. As you can see, you've got the Christmas trees that coordinate with it perfectly. And again, more reindeer pulling other reindeer and rabbits on sleighs and things like that, and the back of that is a very nice bright Christmas bells pattern. So that's Reindeer Fun, and that's part of a suite, and stickers for that will be coming up in September, hopefully, if they arrive and there's no delays in the Suez Canal. So the next one that we're going to look at is called Sentimental Christmas, and it really is sentimental Christmas. It's real vintage stuff, this one. So you've got a wonderful page for scrapbooking with a lovely lantern and stars and so on. Lovely. That's sort of Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, a little bit of pecan pie. And the back of that is very retro candles. The next one is Bouquets of Flowers with red ribbons. And the back of that is very retro candy stripe. And then you've got this one, you've got the stockings with presents, again, very vintage stockings, and the back of that, it would be a lovely scrapbooking page again. You can see with all the candy canes and the pine branches around the whole piece of paper. This one is Christmas trees, when in the days when they used to put candles on, health and safety would have a fit these days, but there we go, that was the old days. And then a lovely garden green, possibly shaded spruce stripe. Lovely bows with holly, and the back of that is gorgeous. I love the colour of these Christmas trees. I think they're absolutely super. And then you've got the deer, and you could cut these out with circle dies if you wanted to make them for individual cards. And the back of that is very unusual snowflakes on pecan pie. I like the way it's not just snowflakes on blue. You've got snowflakes on pecan pie, and one we're going to see in a moment, you've got snowflakes on pale pink. The name escapes me now. Let me just look up the name of that one, otherwise it will annoy me. It's called, let's see, Petal Pink. Petal Pink. You'll see that in a moment. I'll point that out to you. So the next set we're going to look at is Snowy Scenes. So this again goes with a suite, with a bundle, which is penguins. And so there you are. There are the really fun looking penguins. You could have fun with a lot of those. And then you've got very unusual, I think it's pumpkin pie trees. So that's stepping outside of the box, isn't it? And you've got a lovely set of houses. This would be good for a new home card. Goes with some of the dies we've had that have retired now with houses. And there is a very nice set in the catalogue that this will go with houses actually. And the back of that is candy canes. Then you've got snowman. You've got to have snowmen somewhere in a Christmas catalogue. And then very interesting, that looks like sort of pumpkin pie, calypso coral, sort of wavy gingham, as it were. And the back of that, and that's the back of the snowman. And you've got the hot, I love this one. I think that's gorgeous. And I like the stripe behind it because it's nice and bright. Then you've got snow globes, and the dies for this set will cut out these snow globes. Or obviously you can cut them out by hand. And there you go, there's the petal pink background with the white snowflakes. And then you've got smaller snow globes here that you could cut out perhaps a strip and put that across a card. And the back of that, again unusual, this is garden green with pool party snowflakes on a pool party background. So that is the Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper. The next one is Gold Mercury Vellum, which if my memory serves me correctly is in the online exclusive. So you get 2 sheets of each one. So this is the first one. You can see the lovely, it's not double-sided obviously. And the second one is a bit more solid, lovely gold, and the third one again is more solid, but you'll see it's slightly different from the second one. You can see the difference between the two. So you get 6 sheets of that. And then we're going to come on to Season of Elegance, which is a gorgeous paper, absolutely fabulous. This is a speciality paper, so it's £16, but you can see why. See that lovely gold. This is actually Pretty Peacock. It actually looks more Pretty Peacock in real life, and that's the background. That looks nice and navy, but in reality it's actually Pretty Peacock. Then you've got Old Olive with gold, and then the background is like a sort of colour wash Old Olive. Then you've got a very regal looking real red, possibly some cherry cobbler with the gold. That's absolutely fabulous. And then the background is just plain. I really don't think I'd want to use the background because the front is so palatial. This one is, I think, probably crumb cake. And then you've got perhaps a bit of basic beige as well. So there's the gold and there's the other side, the plain one. And you've got another Old Olive, which is nice to have, the second one. And then the last one is, again, basic beige crumb cake colour, which is a lovely neutral to use for all sorts of projects. So that's the Elegance paper. And then I'm going to show you now the festive 12 by 12 glimmer paper. So this comes in 3 colours. The first one is, they say is cherry cobbler. Looks a bit more like a sort of pink to me, but anyway, it does as cherry cobbler. The second one they say is garden green. To me it looks more like granny apple green. And the third one is granny apple green, if I remember rightly, but it looks like lemon lime twist, so this is quite a pale one, but really unusual colours. You get 2 12 by 12 pieces of each colour in the pack for £9.50. So that's that one. The next 12 by 12 I'm going to show you is an online exclusive. and it is called Season of Green and Gold, and this goes with a bundle in the online exclusives. Actually, I'll just get the bundle to show you. I'll show you the stamp set. There's the stamp set, and the dies go with some of these papers as well. So this is a speciality paper, so it's £16. So that's the first one, and the back of it is a really nice, neat polka dot. And then you've got this one, which there are 3 dies in the set that will cut out this, this, and this. So all these images can be cut out by dies, and even the little berries, there are 2 or 3 little berry dies that will cut out that. And there's the back of that one. And then you've got a really nice gold diamonds with the background paper there. And then the bell dies will cut out the single bell and that bell, but not the double bell. And you have to cut out the greenery by hand. And that's the back of that, which is a lovely check. And then you've got gorgeous gold and white. And then the background is mossy meadow. And then you've got a sort of star pattern, which is really pretty. And the background of that is old olive mistletoe. So that's the Season of Green and Gold, which goes with the Golden Greenery bundle. And then next you've got the Graceful Greenery Vellum. So you get 2 sheets of each of these. The die will cut out that and the little berries on this one. The dies will cut out that. This one is a plain one that you can cut out with some of the dies. And then this one will cut out with some of the dies. I'll just quickly get the dies to show you. So these are the Golden Greenery dies, which are absolutely fabulous. These 4 dies don't cut out the stamps, they're separate, but they could be reused to cut out the white vellum. That would look very pretty. But these dies, as you will see, so this one cuts out that one, and this one cuts out that one, and these 3 little dies here will cut out the berries. If you wanted to cut out the berries, those little dies would cut out that as well as the stamp. This one will cut out the pine branches there, or the one that's green without the snow there. So you can cut out all of those pine branches with that die, and all of these images you could actually cut out. And these are the 2 bells which cut out the other designer series paper. So really useful set of dies, which you wouldn't just use for Christmas actually. The pine leaves perhaps just Christmas, but these ones could be used any time of the year. So that's the vellum that goes with the Golden Greenery suite. So that's really nice. So moving on to the 6x6, there's Splendid Autumn, which is in the catalogue. And let's just do that so that I do it this way. So that's ones, you get 12 different designs, 4 of each design in a pack of 48 papers. So if I just show you, that goes with that. That one goes with that. And we actually went for a walk yesterday, and we went for near a field that looked just like this, funnily enough. Lovely balmy blue background. So if you didn't like the image, if you didn't like that image, you could use the crushed curry background for a project and stamp on that if you wanted to. Do all sorts of things. I love these sunflowers. I think they're really nice, and they've got wild wheat background. Again, a landscape that you could just put on a card with a sentiment and a bit of ribbon, and that would be enough. And that's the boho blue, I think it is, background. Trees in autumn again, and a mossy meadow background. Chrysanthemum-like flowers with a Highland heather background. Lovely sunset with that looks like a Cajun craze background. And then you've got an avenue of autumnal trees with that looks like a sort of cherry cobbler background. And then you've got what looks like cow parsley. Can't remember the posh name for it, but that's got a sort of garden green mossy meadow background. Another scene, and that's got a Cajun craze background. And then you've got this one with the avenue of trees, and the background to that looks like granny apple green. So that is the pack that says Splendid Autumn. It's got azure afternoon, balmy blue, Cajun craze, cherry cobbler, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, moody mauve, mossy meadow, old olive, pumpkin pie, and wild wheat. So that's quite a lot of different colours. So that's got 12 different designs. This pack has 4 designs, and there's 8 of each designs, and there are 48 pieces in the pack. So one of the designs is this really lovely, neat little holly one with a very nice, clear, straight, real red diagonal stripe as the background. And then you've got a diagonal stripes with a very nice green background. A classic spotty one in red and greens with a garden green background. And then a very nice bright red with white spots with a very nice diagonal background. So you get 12 of each of those designs in that pack. This one is in the catalogue, and this one is an online exclusive called Iconic Celebrations. So there are 12 designs in this, and there's 4 of each design. So the first one is the trees, and this is links in with a bundle that there's a die that will cut out the trees, and there's a stamp that matches it. There's a stamp that matches that as well. So that's the background of the trees, as you can see. And then you've got this one, and the back of that is candy canes. You've got the hearts, which could be used for Valentine's or anniversary, and you've got that could be a celebration as well. So this is iconic celebrations because it's not just Christmas. So that sort of champagne could be wedding. And then you've got autumn, and obviously you've got a lovely pecan. I think that's what's it called? Copper clay, actually, background. And then you've got the oak leaves with a striped background in mossy meadow. And this one goes with a stamp in the set, but it won't be cut out by the die, obviously. That's a checkered background. This is a New Year's celebration, wedding sort of background. And then you've got birthday at the back with the candles. Snowflakes, and one of the dies cuts out the snowflake. And then that's some little Christmas trees. Pumpkins, there's a set in the online exclusives that goes with these pumpkins, and that's the background. And you've got the dove, which is rather cute. And then you've got a starry background, trees again, but in a different colour, and a stripe as the background. And then you've got a generic sort of spots, dots, confetti with stars as the background. So that is the Iconic Celebrations, 12 designs, 4 of each design, 48 sheets. So now I'm just going to show you, there are some ephemera packs at the front of the catalogue, and I happen to have the Joyful Images ephemera pack. And you get, these are £7.50, and you get 2 of each sheet. So you get 2 of those. There's a number of images. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 images on that, so that's 30 on those 2 sheets alone. And then we go on counting from there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 26. That's 56 if you add those 2. So that's just half the pack is 56 images. And then I'm not going to continue doing the maths because I'll probably get lost, but you've got 2 of these. You can see that would make a number. It'd be very good for scrapbooking this as well. Those 2, and then you've got these lovely scene with the house. And then the tree, multicoloured tree, which is gorgeous. Cocoa in a mug and a teddy bear and candy cane and a candy there as well, and a pine cone. So those are those. And then also in the catalogue, we have these lovely gold dipped cards and envelopes. So there are 3 of each colour. So that's the red one with the gold dipped at the bottom. That's the green one. You could have it like that or like that. And then you've got that one, you could have it like that or that. And I need to show you the envelopes really with this one because they are fabulous. You can see that's the blue, and you've got 3 green, garden green, that's Night of Navy, and this is real red, maybe sort of going into cherry cobbler. So there we go. So that's walking you through the designer series paper and a couple of extra bits in the catalogue. I'll just quickly show you this lovely ribbon, which I ordered on the pre-order, which is called... where is it? It's called Satin Ribbon, and it's cherry cobbler with a sort of lovely gold edge to it, as you can see there. Really lovely. And then this one has come back in again. This has got silver edge. It's white with a silver edge, and it's called Sheer Ribbon. It is 1/2 inch wide, but it ties up very nicely. And of course, you could colour it with your blends any colour you liked, so it could do any project. So thanks for watching today. It's been great to see you again. It's been a long time. I'll try and see if I can do the occasional video now and again in between classes. So thanks for following me. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you'd like to. Thanks very much. Bye.